Evening all, how we doing? So I need to quickly restart the streams. I've hit a slight technical snag. You may wish to refresh your browser in about 30 seconds or so. Bear with me one moment. Evening all, how we doing? We have life this time. Hope you're all well. That's better. Not so bad, thanks, Huckleberry. Here. Can't get my chair right. There we go, that's better. Right in. So, there's had a slight change of plan today. The planned mystery pick event for the Purveyor did not go according to plan. There was a bug with the melee weapons that were dropping, and they've switched it out for a 25% off stale instead. That's the news, which you can't see from my head. Good, glad to hear you all. Anything new? Nope. Oh wait. Ah, that one. Only 3 days left to claim the Mr. Handy icon. Kinda weird not seeing the survival mode option there anymore. Guess we'll find out as of today whether or not we're going to wind up with people coming back from survival mode and causing problems in adventure mode, but we'll soon see, I guess. They didn't really say, to be honest. I think they removed it mostly because it wasn't getting a huge amount of traffic, I would imagine. I think they've probably got more people playing Nuclear Winter, or want more people to play Nuclear Winter. The numbers in survival mode aren't particularly huge, and they don't really want to invest a great deal of time into upgrading it, improving it, and trying to attract more people to it. With the Wastelanders just around the corner. Putting their time and effort into that instead, so that's going to be far more focused on the adventure mode PvE side of things. So eventually, I don't imagine we'll be seeing those before probably getting on for the middle of next year though. They did say they were closer than we expected actually in August, so maybe the beginning part of next year. We shall see. So, I'm much less over encumbered than I thought I was. We're looking... White Springs is busy. And that name before as well. This is Watoga actually. Crazy Fool at level 3 over by Watoga. It's a brave move. You don't much fancy a red scorpion horde. Interesting. Couple taking advantage of the purveyor sale over there. Much as I don't really fancy taking advantage of the red scorpion horde, might be a good opportunity to grab some legendaries, so I might even do it. Evening Star, how are you doing? Hope you're well. Decided last time to change into a slightly more Halloween themed outfit for the moment. The witch costume wouldn't be a bad way to go, but the ritual outfit's pretty cool as well, so... So, I want to make a finalised decision. Okay, looks like we should be good. Back to the vault, save a few caps. Evening. You okay, Meb? Evening. 12 caps, that's better. I like the sound of that a lot more. Yeah, not too bad. Chilling and all that. A couple of days late, really. Well, a day late, really, on that particular picture there. Good one, though. Right then. Kill Red Scorpion Horde boss. Ooh. Making a purchase. Nice. I'm all for killing the Red Scorpion Horde boss. Ideally, the thing to do would be not kill the boss and try and extract some extra legendaries out of this, but... On the other hand, Red Scorpions. Damn it. Not got a vast amount of ammo, actually. There's a legendary one. Ah. Where the heck did the legendary one get to? Random combat armor. This individual appears to have inadvertently hit me. Have I just got a level 1 off a level... off a 3... oh, 1 star thing off a 3-star... enemy? A bloody Avenor. So much for that. Right. Visitation. Is that really worth it? Turn that in before long. So, if I'm going to head into the Glassed Cavern before too terribly long, I'm going to need some equipment. Inside the rock face again. Look, our visitor has not closed my doors. Really think need to be wearing the power armor right now. Yep, seems to be okay. So, I think we'll have to go for our usual arrangement. Come on. Get some fusion cores on the way, because I'm likely to use up quite a sizable number. I've got a good few stashed away in my stash, but I'm going to run through quite a lot doing the Glassed Cavern, I'd imagine. And getting there as well. They've got a bit of a Toga I could explore as well, but I don't think there's a great deal in there really. Grab the odd legendary if I'm very lucky, but let's tone that down as well. I know what I might do while I'm down this end of the world though. A little bit of lag there. Over 500 scrip at the moment, so more than I thought I had.
Now trading for supplies, ammunition, and gear.
Nice. Thought this one was a weapons workbench. Ooh. 3 out of 5 unlocked. I don't actually want to modify this right now. But I will scrap them instead. Don't seem to be having a lot of luck with that.
Requisitions now available.
That's not bad. I was thinking I'd check that out actually. Certainly be nice to...
Ammunition and other supplies.
Would be nice to see if I pick up a few legendaries. Really a vast amount I want to sell there, is there? No, that's okay. There ain't a little bit more than I'd like, but...
Don't face the wasteland without the proper supplies.
Probably just sell most of this, and no shortage really, and no space either. Not going to sell those though. So, first things first, we'll get some fusion cores on the go. Looks like somebody's already powered up the power plant, which is always good. Next thing for me to do. In fact, the place is unowned, but it's coming with a whole load of free stuff in place already, presumably because somebody logged out. What do you mean 97? I can only assume it's because there's all this stuff here. Somebody's really gone to town here. God knows why, but... suppose. No shortage of water, but might as well take advantage. What's this? Apart from laggy. Concrete. Don't really need concrete. I'm surprised they didn't go for the nuclear material one, to be honest. On that basis. See if they've wired anything else up. Oh, there isn't any power going to that. That's Slightly ridiculous. That as well. Hopefully. The heck else is that up power then? Then it needn't be, I know that. Probably this light, to be honest. Oh? Interesting approach. Hang on. There must be something out here that they were powering. Load if I know what. There we go. Life. That thing's presumably going to hop up and assist in slaughtering the Scorched. I mean, it's an interesting random camp, but not really sure why. Oh, I see. There's a massive water purifier here. Thought was eating up all the power. Even know, how you doing? Thought I could jump that high then. Quite apparently. So the one major drawback to the power plant running, anyway, is that whoever attacks this place is likely to be very close to the cooling towers, so if I go after them, I'm going to get damaged. Oh, not so bad, thanks, Steve. Liberators. Wonderful. Evening tree, alright? The non-spawning kind of liberators, apparently. Wigging out a bit. Yep, definitely freaking out of it. Mind, but frames. Oh, that's a concrete wall, not a liberator. So I don't want to try a thing. Eh. I was half expecting to get up here and find this wasn't actually solid. Yeah, pinching my ideas, huh? To be fair, I pinched the idea of somebody else, so I can't really talk. Oh. On the other hand, finally have some liberators. Turrets always seem to tag that truck there. Close. Yeah, if I go after that one, I get hurt. What? Gotta be the cooling tower that's giving me all those rods. Where is it? Oh, it's down there. No, don't jump off. That's how you die. Hit Nightbot to the post today. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably being uncooperative again, though. To be fair, they put a decent set of defences up. Well, there's quite a lot of turrets knocking around. Whoever was here before. Gotta loiter until the turrets do all the work for me. They really are doing all the work for me. Three waves down, one to go, and I think I killed one, maybe two. Got a few things I want. It does seem to be working, except that it doesn't seem to be working. Come on. I'm not going after you if you're going to hide in the steam. Don't know if it's just the location or what, but seems to be a little bit of lag going on today. On the other hand, that was nice and easy. Is anything particularly good there? Yeah. Unfortunately not. So. Just some of this vast amount of purified water I've picked up in the last 5 minutes or so. Quite a lot, but not enough to be comfortable with. I've got... Not a good place to stop. No. Oh, absolute ton of incomplete ones. Only one full one on me at the moment, and then about 10 or 12 more full ones, I think, in my stash. Maybe a few more than that. Which is good, but you never have too many when you're using Gatling lasers. Take a quick run through this place, see if I can pull some stim packs out. I've got a pretty good number already, but... when will I do the weapons rebalance? I honestly don't know, to be fair. They were talking about doing it towards the end of this year. I got entirely bizarre feeling that sort of October time was likely, but it doesn't look like it will be now. I would imagine they'd want to do it in time for or along with Wastelanders, but... No! Ooh, that was close. So that would be my guess, somewhere around there, either when it launches. It's the sort of thing, if you're going to do it, you'd want it in place in time for your big new update that's got a ton of new weapons and equipment coming with it. i.e. Wastelanders, but... yet there's no news forthcoming. Saying that, it'll be 2-3 weeks before the next patch. So who knows, they might have a big announcement for us before that. Well, I didn't get him, but I did hear him right behind me. The right reaction, even if it wasn't effective. Not much to be had there, unfortunately. Very curious what they're actually going to do as and when they get round to rebalancing weapons, though. Definitely need a big rebalance, but they're going to do what they're going to aim for. Right now, melee weapons are practically a meme, really. I'm not even spec'd into melee weapons. I've got a decent amount of strength, but I'm still carrying this thing just for the sole purpose of bashing Scorched on the head with, pretty much. Speaking of bashing Scorched on the head, doing my bit right now for the take out 8 million of them thing. So I've lost the stairs. There they are. Bless you. Come on. Damn it. Not overjoyed about the weight there, but... the hell did you come from? Sneaky git. Ooh, laser gun plan. I don't have any intention of using a laser gun really, but never know, that might be useful sometime. Not what I told you to do. I think I got away with it anyway. There we go. Where are you? There you are. As long as they nerf power armor, I'll be a happy man. They're not going to nerf power armor, but I would be happy if they did. It's pretty reasonable. It's not as big in terms of its damage output as two-handed weapons are, but it does swing a lot faster, so if you've got extra swing speed on it, it'll be really quick. Now, if you are spec'd into melee weapons, it'd be pretty good. I basically only got this one for bashing low-level enemies over the head with, but perfectly effective at that. But he was just going to go back in the bathroom for a second. Go through the hole in the wall. Around this side, can't I? Nothing here. Oh, ball head. Where am I? Here. This way? Seemed like a good idea at the time, but I'm now lost. Try this way. But this is a dead end, actually. No, this is the not dead end. Okay. Really? Very laggy server apparently today. Doing that's always fun. Combine the shish kebab with speed demon and plenty of strength, it's pretty effective. Run at enemies really, really quickly and take them down. Definitely a bit of server lag. Not as aggressive as it was a while back, but you know what I mean? Odd, because I expect, well, they did maintenance the other day, didn't they? Yeah. I think that will be about everything. So. Pop over here and hopefully find a few bits and sell a few bits and pieces. Grab a couple more fusion cores, which will probably over encumber me again, but and we'll take a run through Charleston Capital. The only time I've been in here since they changed it is when I did questline at the DMV. I don't think it's the number of servers that's the issue. They're using Amazon servers to host it, and they've definitely got no shortage. Exactly what the ins and outs of how these things work are, I don't know, but fewer instances per server maybe, but which I suppose amounts to the same thing. But Charleston Capital. Now, last time I went through, I got fairly swarmed by ghouls.
Authorized to trade supplies and equipment. Requisitions now available. Resupply here, citizen.
Yeah, that sort of thing usually works. Kind of exactly why they need to rebalance though. If in doubt, go straight for the big axe. If they do rebalance, I hope they make some more unorthodox choices a little bit more viable. Really like to see like I'm not particularly fussed about like the assault rifle, but it's not particularly useful. Handmade's so much better, it just renders it kind of useless. Yeah, I'd certainly like more tough things. And the combat rifle's pretty awful as well, really. It's not bad for a DMR, but in any other kind of context, it's not great.
Hazmat teams are en route. Please remain indoors and await further instructions.
What? Since when did we get a fast travel target? Victor's not bad if you got the right build for it. Fast travel target must be some invisible thing that's here. Oh no, it's this. Does this mean the last person here had a mod of some kind? I'm not going all the way through that. I'll be here all day. Ooh. It's a good idea. I'll reserve judgment on whether or not I actually want to use it yet, though. Definitely tempted. My only concern is how Bethesda might feel about that. Oh, mental! I got 3 levels from somewhere. Get away from that noisy sod and then we'll go and find out what's happening. So I need at least 1 perk of Fast Freak. There's actually a couple of good ones in there. Kid in the back seat of the time machine, are we then yet? Ah, Nightbot lives. Now what though? Um... I'd like to have Lucky Break, but I don't really need it. Luck of the Draw is fine, I'll leave that where it is. Super Duper would be nice, but I can't really do anything about it, so I think I'll have to leave the luck perks as they are, probably. They did not say anything that came from the dev room was okay. They said if you've got anything from the dead room, you're getting barred. You'll have your account suspended. But I suspect it's more likely something brought over from the Fallout 4 mod that allowed you to do that. I think the one I had that did it was more like... I can't remember now. I bought from him. Now, if it came from the dev room at all, I'd have removed it already anyway. Marine helmet. Not quite sure what you're referring to at the moment. But they did go back and take out everything on people's accounts, the ones they didn't suspend. Pretty sure they suspended the people they knew had been in there, though. Yeah, I think I'll leave that as is now. But I'll have a look down there, see if there's anything I would like to swap Super Duper out for. And beyond that, I need... Weapon Artisan, that's the other thing I need next, really. Well, you must have been nice, but... Already got that one. That will be nice, but it's not desperately important. Yeah, I think we'll leave that as is for now. Demolition expert I wouldn't mind either. Start with that. I can't speak to other people, but I definitely not bothered about weapon plans so much once you get past level 50 anyway. Interesting place for a camp. Actually not a bad place. Where did I want to go? Here. When you're at a reasonably low level, being able to craft your own armour is quite handy, but you start racking up levels, getting above 50 or so, you really want to be on legendaries, so. So as I understand it, they changed the courthouse to have, well, the Capitol building to be in two halves. So the courthouse was separate or something? Those two separate zones with a load screen between. I've only ever been in here before, or since they changed it. What the hell just happened? That super mutant just throw himself off the roof. I just dreamed that. Weird. That's the level 15 plus bit. The level 30 plus. And then there's this bit here, which weirdly looks like it's not connected to the rest, but kind of is, I think. This is an interesting thing. Well, this is here. Unless the responders just built it to be part of their assault course. Got a lot of muties around at the moment. This. That's the same part. No point in killing him, really. Alright, see if this place is as good as advertised. I'm hoping so. Definitely need a new spot to farm for legendaries. Still salty about the change to West Tech. I think I did okay in here last time I came through, actually. Here they come. Eerily quiet because for some reason the music's not playing. God, he covered that ground fast. That's suboptimal. Whew. Aim for the head. Nice. Definitely want that. We'll go this way, as this used to be a dead end. Here, the footsteps, but placing them is a bit awkward right now. He got up really quickly. Admit, I do like having healing factor again. You lot less stim packs. No legendary so far. So. I've already done this quest. Oh, I suppose the door's resealed itself because the area's basically reset. Which is not a bad thing. Because I find things full of screws. Random cryo grenade and a filing cabinet. Why wouldn't there be? Kind of wondering why they have like beds in their offices though. Unless it was an addition post bombs falling. Oh, hello. Guess he's dead then. Can't target him with VATS, he must be dead. Somebody's been through the lower levels but not the upper levels. Of course I am. Can't tangle with ghouls without getting radworms, it would seem. fact, munch while we're on the subject. Rather than waste all this food I'm carrying around. Strange that all the doors are closed and yet I'm not finding any ghouls. Ooh, hello. Any ghouls? Definitely didn't exterminate them all upstairs. Thinking now somebody's been through, but why would they close the doors behind them? Wrong game for that sort of thing. It would be nice if the people would close doors in people's camps, you know, but... Beyond that, it doesn't make... Well, he says closing the door behind him. Still doesn't make sense, though. Take a look downstairs. See if we've got anything in the basement. Don't mind if I do. Yay. Who doesn't love a good lag spike? Got a bad feeling about this. Maybe we're good. Much in here, but... Right. Bit excessive. That be the courthouse that is now supposedly level 15 plus. Interesting. No legendaries there this time. But I guess somebody's been through not too terribly long ago, at least on the ground floor. It looked like somebody had been through down there. He'll be worth killing. He's not really worth a hassle, but he's got the... He looks like he's about to jump off the roof as well. Well, that was a crap toss, wasn't it? That's better. Get him, but it's better. Now I'm out of ammo. This is very true. Does save me a job. 3 rangers running, which would be nice to go and get, because there's definitely going to be running somewhere anyway. Here. Definitely going to be legendaries on that. There'll also be potentially 2 sheep scorchers. Might be a bit much. Definitely 1, possibly 2. See you soon, Huckberry. Should be back on after the weekend, so if you're around, catch you then. Have some videos in the meantime, in addition to today's. Have a good weekend. Gonna pop downstairs, see what's what, and then see whether or not anybody goes and joins free range, because I'm not doing it solo. Look a little different already. Scorched in there. Definitely different. I don't remember it looking like this. I'm not complaining, it's cool. Nice to see something new. One of the many things I'm looking forward to with Wastelanders. Surprised nobody's gone for that. Well, at least he missed. Feels kind of tough. Yeah. Courthouse turned into a raider den, that's... thing. Cut through orders, have a look at this, shall we? case your camera heads need a reminder, gather all the valuables that washed up from the flood, round up everyone you find poking around. There's bonus cameras in it for you if they're wearing responders gear. March them to the courthouse and get it ready for a reckoning. We'll leave them one last message so everyone knows what happens when you fuck with David Thorpe. I see, so they're expanding the Raider quest line. 65 or something? I think. 70. There we go. The whole thing with the dam getting blown out by David Thorpe after his girlfriend got killed in an attack on Charleston, funnily enough. Actually, I think she got captured and then killed in custody, I believe was the way it actually went. And then he blew the dam out with a mini nuke and flooded the entire town. Like a reasonable thing to do. So it looks like they've added another bit to after he blew the dam. The Raiders came in and took over, which is cool. Kind of makes sense because there always was a bit of exactly. There always was a bit of Raider stuff in the Capitol building, so now there's at least a reason for it. You mind? Die. I was going to make a comment about missed me, but apparently he didn't. Didn't think that was going to work. Quite satisfied that it did. Yep, I can see why. It bounced off the desk and landed right at his feet. I'm down with that. What's the keen on the responder being down there, though? So I guess they're hauling responders and other people in here for mock trials and then killing them. Or they were. I wonder how much of this sort of thing we'll be seeing when... oh, hell no. When the raiders arrive in Wastelanders. Warning to all those who remain. Look around you, look at what's left of the so-called Charleston emergency government. The cutthroats do not forgive and do not forget. We didn't forget that Charleston and the responders refused to help us back in 77. Presumably because they went nuts and decided to start hurting anybody who they could to get whatever they wanted. We didn't forget them encroaching on our turf countless times. We didn't forget about our brothers and sisters they murdered in cold blood. Let us serve as a reminder to everyone. This is how we deal with people who cross us. Don't forget it, or you'll be next. Short version. They lost several battles with the responders and they're whiny about it. Because the responders didn't respect their turf and killed their raider brethren. Not particularly sympathetic to the cutthroats, I have to admit. Although the whole blowing the dam out... Excuse me? Is less illogical. I got a bad feeling about this. Oh, that was anticlimactic. I don't want to at least shoot him or blow him up or something. Yeah. And then we'll kill more people when you kill us instead. I'm guessing from the look of this, yeah, there's Rosie or whatever her name was. Much smaller than it used to be. Still a great place to come to search for screws, though. Even a super mutant would have a hard time doing that. Character's head moves around when you're just standing there. It's using the spotlight a little bit more difficult. Headlamp. By the way, that was quite cool. And interesting. More of this, please. So, I don't think I've been in this bit. No. Very, very cool. It's interesting. Looking at stuff like that kind of gets me the feeling of previous Fallout games a little bit, albeit without the actual raiders being alive in there. Oh, damn. Now that would be a cool camp, especially if you could, yeah, you'd barricade the upper levels or something, and this was the only way in or out. Yeah, some of it's really, really good. I swear, blind that used to be on the other side of the building, though. I'm gonna go and look now. Maybe not. Hard to say, really. If they've changed something, that'd be hard to tell, really, sometimes. Some of the bits like that, as you say, the environmental storytelling are really, really cool. Trying to think what the right words for what I'm thinking of. Beyond saying that I'm definitely ready to, you know, mix things up a bit and spice the game up. Well, if they've moved it, they're going to do a good job of hiding it. Yeah. Gunpowder. You shooting me, Sonny Jim? Not anymore. Interesting noise you made there. I'm really interested to see what new things they're going to bring in along with Wastelanders that they haven't told us about. Also, how much they're going to bring in one go and how much is going to be in subsequent patches and stuff like that. We'll see. Both Wild Appalachia and the Nuclear Winter phases have been a long string of patches introducing a little bit here and a little bit there. Wonder if they'll, with Wastelanders, whether or not they'll do that or do it all at once, which is unlikely to be honest. Or whether or not it'll be somewhere between the two. I saw anything worth having, really, did I? No. And if it is somewhere between the two, how much will they release when? That sort of thing. Good to get stuck into stuff. Yeah, the game is pretty easy. Definitely nice to be seeing it get a bit more difficult. No, Noel, have a good one, man.
Intruder, identify yourself. Don't face the wasteland without the proper supply.
Doubtful, but in here that can get put away. I'd like to upgrade that, but don't think I have the necessary bits and pieces.
Hostile target identified.
Couldn't just leave well enough alone, could you? I wasn't hostile until you attacked me.
Welcome, citizen. I am authorized to trade supplies.
He's done shouting at me. Yeah, apart from seeing it get a bit more difficult, which would be great, I don't think companions are going to make that much of an impact. Only because you're only going to have them with you on specific missions anyway. Anything beyond set prescribed circumstances, you won't have them with you anyway.
Supplies are available.
I think character-wise, obviously they'll make a big difference, but in terms of actual gameplay, most of the time they won't have a massive impact.
Be sure to stock up while you can.
Yeah, that is a... Well, they basically have to rebuild the game from the ground upwards if you're going to have companions with you all the time. Just like not anywhere near hard enough for that. To be fair, it's supposed to be played in a group of human players, so it's not anywhere near hard enough for that either. But
Ammunition and gear.
you like the fact you've got a beer hat on.
If you have supplies to trade, I can be of service.
I feel like every time I have to wait for somebody at a vending like this, I just have to queue up like that. It's utterly daft, but it feels a little bit obligatory, really.
Welcome, citizen. I am authorized to trade supplies.
Oh, it's not shooting at me, that's the main thing.
Requisitions now available.
Listen, what is he shooting at? He's shooting with? Oh, shooting at the Radstag with a combat rifle. So he's got a combat rifle and that's what's happening. Speaks volumes, really. So. Now they've said very, very clearly that it's a temporary thing only. Clearly this thing works.
Level 2 nuclear alert. Repeat, this is a Level 2 nuclear alert. The Xion energy plant WV-06 has suffered a critical failure. Hazmat teams are en route. Please remain indoors and await further instructions.
I don't actually recall that tree being there, you know. I've got a distinct hunch that tree wasn't there to begin with. Based on the number of times I've stood somewhere around here and shot up here. That definitely wasn't here. But how could somebody else's mods be affecting things like that? Unless they're, I suppose they're workshop items, but the game wouldn't remember them and know they're there if they weren't logged in. Would it? Or have they been sneakily changing things? I'll have to have a rummage later and see if I can find out what the heck's going on. It would be cool, but I'd be honestly surprised if this becomes a feature. I am deeply suspicious. Right. Guessing this is a group of friends here. That's why they're all camped so close together. Cool name. Somebody's camped right by Fort Defiance. Guessing he hasn't come to fix my turret then. Turret's got a interesting look about it. Yeah, there is that too. The upper level then. There you are. So who's the dirty thing shooting at, apart from somebody up here? I don't know, but they're done shooting at my camp now. It isn't really my camp at all. Turrets have got interesting ideas. So, I've got 5 fully charged fusion cores and a bunch of ones that aren't. And 22 that are fully charged here. Well, I've seen one on YouTube before. Don't know if it was the same one or what, but interesting idea. Not one I'd be in a rush for. You gotta wonder what's going to happen when Bethesda eventually patch that. So I would expect them to do. So how am I doing for stim packs right now? 50. That's not bad. Yeah, same sort of trick as the one that was on YouTube not so long ago then. Little different, but same principle, I guess. Yeah, but will you lose everything you've got stored in there? I mean, you won't lose everything in your stash, of course, but I can't see them giving you a free relocation. I think you'll still have to pay the cap price. Because after all, you did try and get around the, game rules, principles of the game mechanics, whatever you want to say. Kind of an element of bringing it on yourself at that point. It is very foggy out. Why'd the music just get so dramatic? No, that's true. Well, I suppose it depends how often you do it, really. But yeah, it's not exactly a stiff penalty, I suppose. I can't imagine they'll be that bothered, as long as it's not something that's kind of deliberately either spoiling other people's experience or harming the game in some way, which I don't think it is. So. Well, more visitors, nobody's bought anything, and they've opened the doors to my camp again. All the bloody doors from the look of it, except that the one that they're supposed to open. Yep, a lot of them. So, don't have luck, don't think I've got might have a charisma one already. No, don't have a charisma one. Okay, nice. So, But this is a due. They are looking into increasing camp budgets and how they can do that, as well as private servers. But even so, man. What am I thinking? Got what I was going to do, actually. There's any interesting events running right now, are there? Doesn't look like it. Memory bug scorched sword might be a bit much. So, the recent patch works properly. Line in the sand should not start as soon as I arrive here. Looking promising. Explosive personality that chap had. That's sneaky. Blending into the shrubbery in his mechanic suit. I haven't put any armour on this guy. Although it does kind of make sense. If he's died outside in the open like this and been there a while, which presumably has, somebody probably stripped the armour off him. Although they might even consider trying to peel him out of the entire suit, so who knows, maybe the frame got damaged and they couldn't get him out. Me. So, I'm going to go on a chem hunt. Ironically, could be described in I'm going to do on a stream coming up probably next week. Okay, looks like we're coming back for this. I'm not quite sure what sounds like it's snoring up there, but I kind of want to know now. Really kind of want to know now. Fair enough, dude. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping in. This plan is not working very well. Button on this side. Will I close the door? No. If I use this to go up a floor, I can't. I have to go up 2 floors. I don't really want to pick up a ton of scrap in here, even though my instinct is to pick up a ton of scrap in here. That practically skated towards me. Legs definitely weren't moving as fast as the rest of him. Whatever was snoring has now woken up. That's a bit sad. It kind of defeats the whole investigating thing, but oh well. Go and defend Poseidon. To be honest, I shouldn't have to do it right lot here, depending on what I get attacked by. Usually either dogs or ferals or... actually, to be fair, it does mix it up a bit. Robots, that was the other thing I was thinking of. Nice! Only 2 waves, that's even better. Close, but not quite. We're on to Mr. Handy's, apparently. There you are.
Do not be alarmed. Order will be.
Fortunately, they are quite slow. Otherwise, it would have whacked me in the head there. Nice. Ooh. Couple of not bad bits and pieces there. Right then. Mission accomplished. Head back to the asylum via camp again. Knock some caps off that damn travel cost. Like I'm getting attacked. I am. Turret's fine. I thought it looked broken for a minute. It just wasn't functioning properly. Okay. Nice. Best time of day and all that. Fortunately, I'm back in work as of tomorrow. Kinda sucks. Such is life. That seemed excessive, to be honest. Yeah, that's true. Well, less so for me as I'm working all weekend, but yeah. I'll let you have that one. When you load into an area and the doors haven't yet figured out they're opened, and then open afterwards, that's terrifying. Sounds like ghouls are about to flood out of every room or something and attack you. Speaking of. Ooh. Down, boy. Say hello to my little friend. Assassins gives charisma. I suppose we're getting James Bond vibes there. So I think there's probably some better examples than that in video games that match the description. Charismatic assassins. Or a Charlie's Angels thing or something. Evening, Gemini. Be on for a bit, yeah. Not terribly late, I don't think, but for a bit. Terrified about going in side rooms after what happened last time. Surrounded and backed into a corner and ended up dying. Remember when the game first came out rather, and I was particularly impressed by how good the positional audio in particular was. However, I feel like it's gotten less good over time. Yeah, it's pretty cool. When the game first came out, I could literally tell exactly where something was. Didn't matter if it was in front, behind, left, right, up, down. You could always hear it, but I feel like it's kind of deteriorated a bit over time. My friend here makes it much less terrifying. For me. Considerably more terrifying if you're a ghoul, but... That's not alarming at all. I wonder what happened here and kind of not want to know. That's the room I got brutally murdered in. Red room. Quite a good place to come pick up chems if you want to sell them though. Usually. Last time I came through here, I came out with a ridiculous amount. He is pinned back here. All I can hear is ghouls all around me, but I can't tell exactly where they are. Sound like they're that way. Means they're on the floor above, but say, used to be able to tell exactly. In good old days. So for the most part the game's gotten better since launch, but that's one area I don't think it has. Gonna need another Fastnack Man mask. Got one of those tucked away. Alarming combination of things in this room. Yeah, it's not a bad way of doing it. A bit bulky though. One of the reasons I like chems, you get plenty of them and they don't weigh too much. Woken up upstairs. Hello, Fort. Kinda. So I'm not usually scrabbling for caps that much. Apart from plans, there's not really that much that I want to buy. I'm lucky and stumble across a really good legendary. But tends to be players who have those. Means it'll be expensive, but not quite as extortionately expensive as Bethesda usually charge us. Fallout. The in-game vendors, opposed to the Atomic Shop, which is a whole different kettle of fish. Hello, boys. Ah, crap. Can I reload, please? That would be nice. Ran halfway through the asylum and I couldn't actually reload. So it helped me in absolutely no way at all because he was still right behind me. Ghoul killing time. Oh, and still they come. Now come at me, boys. That's how you do it. Apart from the radiation and stuff. Get them nice and bottlenecked. Oh, I guess my grenade did get one of them. You okay there, my friend? Good decent look at the facial animations, which is quite cool. You don't normally get to see that because they're running at you so damn fast, whirling their arms at you. The faces are kind of like, which is horrible but brilliant. Points to Bethesda for that. Euthanize the poor boy. Quite horrible though. I didn't really need to do that, which is a cool thing. They could have gone away with it. They come at you so fast and all whirling their arms. They could have got away with not putting any facial animations in. Because by the time you see them, they're dead. But clearly they anticipated blowing their legs off and went all out, which is cool. Weren't they really slow though in Fallout 3? Creepy old school zombie style. So less terrifying. I remember stepping into Fallout 4 having no idea that the ghouls were suddenly really, really fast. And that scared the living daylights out of me. Wandering through the metro tunnels in Fallout 3 was a unique and really quite brilliant experience. They were kind of annoying at times, but when you actually had somewhere in mind to go. But sort of having to find your way through the abandoned metro tunnels filled with ghouls was really atmospheric, really cool, and creepy as hell. Ooh, nice, legendary. Definitely moving onward and upwards. Eventually, when the opportunity and timing and stuff presents itself. Nice. I do plan to go back and play Fallout 3, preferably modded, so that we can update the graphics a bit and on PC. Currently have it. Well, I currently have an. Hold that thought. I have a PS3 version of it, but my PS3 doesn't work, so. No! Oh god, I got away with that. I'm waiting for stay in the corner. Woo! Close. I took his leg out then. Excuse me. I know what you mean as well, actually, yeah. You do need to be a little bit more solid, really, to give it the right effect. If they really staggered you back when you got hit by them, that would make them absolutely terrifying, but... the way the legs don't always work's a bit alarming. Started playing Fallout 3 recently. Yeah. Been a long time. I played it quite a few times, obviously. Back in there. And then New Vegas came out, and I played that for a while. Then I went back to Fallout 3 for a while. And then I haven't played it in years since because my PlayStation died and I played it too much. But I do have very fond memories. To be honest, I don't really get much of an itch to play New Vegas, but I know what you're on about with 3. Sounds like it's upstairs, whatever it is. It can't be. There is no upstairs. It was the game that got me back into it after several years of not. Well, not much anyway. I ended up, I think, yeah, I was in my first year of uni. My better half was living in a house just around the corner from campus, and I was in halls. So rather than stay in a tiny single bed in halls with, you know, a flat that I shared with, what was it, 13 other guys, something like that. Nice bunch of guys for the most part, but still. I chose to walk 10 minutes down the road and go and stay at the missus. But I went around one night. She's just literally like 2 minutes before I walked in the door, got in the bath. One of our housemates happened to have a PlayStation, and I'd seen him playing Fallout 3. I was like, yeah, just play PlayStation for a bit till she gets out of the bath. This was about 8 o'clock in the evening. I think it was about 5 in the morning when I actually stopped playing. I wasn't popular. And here we are. I think I was less popular when she woke up and found me still playing more than anything else. Definitely some creepy ass snoring going on that top floor. I have no idea how to get up there, if you can at all. Don't think you can. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, I know the feeling. RPGs tend to be a fairly big commitment by any gaming standards. I can't figure out exactly where the sound is coming from. Definitely upstairs. So what floor are we on? 3? Trying to figure this out. I think I'm on the 3rd floor, yeah. This should be, by my count, the ground floor. Wendigo! Knew I heard something! Come at me, bro! Gone are the days when I panic at seeing those guys. Thank God. Or it might be that. But I've never seen a Wendigo in here before, so... He needs to trim her nails first. Bit scratchy. Some absolutely honking get acrylics on her. Those hands. They are really cool though. In a horrifying kind of a way. I get a sneaking suspicion though that their hitbox is a little bit larger than the image is. Which is kind of unfortunate because it would make them that much more difficult to take down if the hitbox was literally nailed to the picture. Oh. Which would be quite welcome for me. Well, I don't think I'm going to do this Brotherhood quest tonight. I just want to make sure I'm set up for it, really. That's got me... Oh, crikey. It's got me so much stuff I can't even walk. You drop a couple of pounds, apparently. Or gain a couple. That works. So, first things first. Where am I? I'm here. Plan. Bounce all the way across here, because I can do it for free. And then I'll go to Charleston Station and sell stuff that way. I don't know if I missed a lot last time around in general, or it's just not there, or it's hard to find, or what, but there's definitely something going on in the Enclave bunker with it, in terms of more details that I didn't pick up. Would like to have picked up.
This is a level 2 nuclear alert. Repeat, this is a level 2 nuclear alert. The Xion energy plant WV-06 has suffered a critical failure. Hazmat teams are en route. Please remain indoors and await further instructions.
These turrets are really quite cool. Just a pity, gun emplacements, just a pity they're not very effective. Especially given that they're very noisy. If they're going to be that noisy, I want them effective. Am I ever encumbered again? Oh. I just picked up 3 fusion cores, that's how. Don't mind me, lads. Oh my god, there's loads of them. Definitely one more. I saw him disappear on the side of the building. There he is. See if there's anything worth picking up, but not really. Hunting rifles, I suppose. That's not too bad. I knew I was going to be able to deal with those guys. I don't know, I quite enjoyed working my way through the silo. I could have done with a little more, maybe a touch more character, but it was fun. The disconnect's definitely very typical.
Authorized to trade supplies and equipment.
We got a couple of legendaries out of the asylum now. That's not bad. Yeah, they're quite a maze down there. I didn't find them too bad on the whole, but first time I went through, I was like level 80 or something. Went through on my own, didn't have too much trouble. Was thoroughly prepared for it though, because I was expecting to have a lot of trouble. In short. We sold all that much today. Just a bit. Sell a load of this food. There's no way I'm going to eat it all. Oh, Glassed Steel. Yeah, it's not a bad place for hunting super mutants. I've not had the occasion really yet, but I've thought if I needed just some random B-roll to chuck into a video, I would probably go there and just work my way through all the super mutants. It's easy to do, there's lots of enemies, it's a nice condensed area, and it looks quite cool, so... Yeah, that sounds about right, Gemini. The sentry bot, I think, got me. Surprised me. I think I just peeked around the corner of a shelf and there's a sentry bot pointing his gun right in my face. Pretty sure I yelled and ran the other way. And then we went to try and take down the Scorchbeast Queen, and nobody showed. So that sucked. Okay, let's have a crack at soloing the Scorchbeast Queen then. Imagine how that went. Entirely predictably. Well. Seems we're right by Poseidon. I'm not going to bother... I'll bother powering it up. Kind of tempted to go through here and just slaughter a load of Scorched. Just to do a bit more of my part on the whole... contributing to the getting the 50% sale thing. Especially as I won't be on over the weekend. Yeah, I did it with a stealth sniper, so...
This is a Level 2 nuclear alert. Repeat, this is a Level 2 nuclear alert. The Xion energy plant WV-06 has suffered a critical failure. Hazmat teams are en route. Please remain indoors and await further instructions.
Yeah, I think I can understand that. Really are intended to be group content and it shows. Well, as soon as we're here. No, don't collect the junk. You don't need any more junk. You've got too much already. I don't know, I wouldn't find them too bad, as long as you're in... I don't know. If you're in power armor, you'll be alright, but... if you're not, you could have a hard time. I'm curious where the nearest server to you is, actually, dude. If you're struggling like this much, you're having as many disconnects as you seem to be doing, and struggling even to do melee, then my instinct is that there isn't one particularly close to where you are. Would certainly account for a lot if you got ridiculously high ping or something. There's really any way to... probably possible to test it, but... nothing built into the game to make it any easier. Yeah, I found it quite fun. I've got a sort of mixed melee build. My other character. Sort of stealth sniper, but with melee backup for when anything gets too close. You need something for close range, so... The only reason I'm doing melee on this character really is because I don't really want to use a Gatling laser on level 1 enemies. Just a non-legendary shish kebab's doing the job just fine. Run around and whack them on the head. Down they go. But we're going to have to do the Skyrim special when Wastelanders comes out. That's one reason I want to get the main story finished on this character, preferably before Wastelanders comes out. Yeah, you have to work on doing the Skyrim standard. Go for a stealth archer. As there are archery coming in. That could also account for it as well, yeah. I do get the feeling you're having disproportionately high number of problems. I mean, it's good in Skyrim, yeah. First character I played was a two-handed wielder. And I did stealth archer. And I can't remember what I did after that. I do know I never finished Skyrim though. Like, keep getting distracted far too easily and then completely forget about the main story. I had no idea what sort of level it was aimed at, so. The first Elder Scrolls game I played in any significant amount. We'll probably play TES 6 when it eventually comes out. But we're probably talking 2024 at the earliest, so. I'll deal with that later. Pickaxes. Wish they were more effective. They're fun. Michael Myers thing on the go here. I can't sprint, so I can only just walk at the same pace towards them all the time. Yeah, it was a great game. Kind of sad that the series didn't get a bit more traction really when I did it on the channel. I wasn't streaming at the time though, so. There is so much new stuff I want to play over the next couple of months as well. You know what to wait. Yeah, just save it till later or something. When you're ready towards the end of your playthrough to tackle it. Yeah, it's just basically a dead end, isn't it? Saying that, the dragons were epically amazing though. I think his friend just shot him. I had a really cool screenshot of the first dragon you fight in Skyrim as my desktop wallpaper for ages. It looked really cool. I even got one of the Whiterun guards in the picture as well, so it really gave it something. Thought it was right there then. Ha 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 ha. I'm the papa. In Skyrim or in Fallout? Effectively 0 in Skyrim now. Still got the game installed, but as of this weekend I won't. Too fussed about trying to preserve my saves. 76, I have 3. My main well, my other one, who is my main building character. I might go through here actually. And then this one. That was entirely anticlimactic. Yeah. My other main character, that's my main building character, which is the stealth sniper who also uses a really big axe. And then this one is, you know, Gatling laser. And the sword just for taking out the low levels. And then I've got one for nuclear winter as well, which I probably don't need, but the idea is to have a perk setup that will work well for nuclear winter on that character. Of course I need to level that guy up to level 50 first, and I've not got around to that yet. Not perk setup, a special setup rather. Yeah, I had a good few in Fallout 4. But by the time I've modded the Living Daylights out of Fallout 4, you can do anything you like with it, so... Ah! The hell, dude? See, there's a turret down there. I had that particular issue before. You called? Very bent looking machete he was wielding. Probably not worth it, but whatever. Dumbass. Yeah, problem is leveling up your overseer rank doesn't do much for your special perks. It's special points you've got available, which is what you really need to allocate perks. So you need to level them in adventure mode and then take them over. I've never got round to doing. What the hell? Seemed like a good idea at the time. I don't think I've ever been up here. Yeah, I think my other guy's over at, it's like 120 or something now. We're on 70 here. At this point I kind of wish I was on the other guy, just so that I could bop that guy in the head with a sniper rifle. Suppose we're going to have to use a sniper Gatling laser instead. That works. Feels like overkill though. I'm at like just over 20 in nuclear winter, but I'm overseer level. But I haven't played much recently. It's not bad going. Get legitimately worried by some of these people with their characters at like level 500 or something. Conspiracy, they're out to get me. Really? You think I'd just stop walking around? Yeah, I have fun with it, but only for so long. Too much of an elitist, really. I like the new map more than the old one, I think. Yeah, definitely. I do find it a little hard to take certain things not seriously, though. Been too long playing PUBG, so it's just like, this isn't that good. We're being overly elitist about it. But oh well. Good for a laugh when you're in the mood. Guaranteed early game spawn of a hazmat suit, that. Assuming somebody hasn't picked it up already, if you want one. Not really that useful. It made out to be quite a big deal when the game first came out, but I've used a hazmat suit at all on this. I usually get reasonably far through solo, but not with a great many kills, but well, I tend to get bored of it. There's more action going on, which you can't really do without a proper solo mode. You can, but, you know, I'm not good enough. Yeah. My guess as to why they haven't done it is that it's not the busiest game mode. And getting full lobbies these days is hard enough work as it is. If they start adding both maps in, then you're basically dividing the number of people in two. So, so yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. Hope nobody's scared of heights, like I am. Deliberately didn't look at the screen. Possible. I think what they'll probably do is swap it out every few months or so. How long did it take them to put the second map in? Beginning of September? Maybe a little further back than that? Yeah. What? July, August, 2.5 months to put together a new map? Something like that. So, another 2.5 months, they might well have a new map for us, and then they might start rotating them through a bit more. Yeah, a week on each or something like that. Should work quite well. On the other hand, I suppose it depends how much community feedback they get on that. If their community asks them to swap the maps up a little bit more often, rotate them round, they might find a way of doing it. Evening, Sergeant Ellen. Definitely looking forward to it. Not that long now, only a month or so. 5 weeks maybe. Sun's coming up. The generic Mr. Handy. I hate the way these dogs try and circle around you. It makes it very hard to melee them. Come on. Just line up. Get bashed. Like that. All about the timing. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. They're still not fixed up. I ended up coming off it mostly for that reason. That and, you know, the repetition got a bit much. As far as I know, yeah. Still have to work your way through the vault raids to get it, but it's still available. Don't know that anybody's actually bothering because the sheer cost in resources to run the vault raids, but I was talking about that in the video I put up tonight, actually. They get more people playing the vault raids if they just work on the balance a bit more. You know, the cost to reward ratio. You need to better value rewards and keep changing them up so you've got more reasons to keep coming back.
Resupply here, citizen.
Otherwise people aren't very likely to play it much. Oh, and even if they do, once they've got what they want, they'll stop playing anyway, so. Added a few more lines.
Supplies to trade, I can be of service.
Well. Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody who actually had that problem. I've seen people who've crashed a few times. Speaking of nuclear winter. So, actually, I think that's the last match I played. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody have any serious problems with losing stuff. A few occasions where people got stuck, but or like got out of their power armor and couldn't get back in or something to that effect. Power armor bugged out, but they fixed most of the power armor bugs now, though. So it's half the battle won there as well. Project Paradise is quite fun, and if you can get enough people together, the rewards are pretty damn good. Unfortunately, enough people is more like 8 to 12 at least, not a group of 4. So that's why it needs to be a public event, which it should be easier to do now that the new event system's in, but I've seen it pop a couple of times, not really very many. And 272. What's the target there, Idiot Proof? I know it's ridiculously high, and I haven't quite got the patience for it. The head is quite cool and quite the collector's item in some ways, but I don't think I've got the patience to work towards that myself. $300 for the head. Nearly there. 150 for the costume. How many do you get a day? It's like 5 or something. For each event. It's not many, is it? $150 is reasonably achievable with a bit of patience. 3. Yikes. Yeah. Well, that's where the public event system should work in Project Paradise, at least. Being able to put the event on the map should mean it's much easier to get people to join, but it doesn't always work out that way. Yeah, you end up with a bit of a seller's market there if you do that, though, Idiot Proof. Saying that, I suppose it depends how much we're willing to pay for them, really, doesn't it? One of the things I am hoping for when Wastelanders comes out is some really cool new gear and items to work towards. Not just skins and stuff like that, which I'm fine with, but it's having some cool new equipment to come in and play around with and explore will be fun. Yeah, grinding's... it can be done, but it's got to not feel like a grind for me. Like, if I feel like I'm just... yeah, I've got to kill so many of these things over and over and over and over and just repeat the same dull thing, it's a bit much, but if you can fit it in right so it doesn't feel like too much of a chore, yeah, it's not too bad. But it's generally best avoided. It's one thing that never appealed to me in World of Warcraft. I don't know if it's as bad as rumour would have it be, but grinding for levels does not appeal to me. Finished this morning, did it? Yeah. Prime meat's barely worth getting anyway. If you can get legendaries off the prime creature at the end of it, that's worth having, but actually the meat's just pointless, really. Yeah, I've got a tenderizer mod, but I'm hanging on to it in the hope that one day I'll get something to attach it to. Yeah, I didn't get any armor pieces at all. Didn't get any legendary stuff out of the event at all. I didn't play it that many times, but still. Last time around, every single time you got a top tier completion anyway, you got a legendary item. It was this time it seemed to be a lot more hit or miss. I came out with several bloody chef's hat and bloody chef's outfits, but not much else, to be honest. Most of the plans I already had copies of as well, so it's a little disappointing for me, really. And I know you're supposed to, again, farm it out and keep doing it over and over, but there's only so much I want to do with that event, because it's not the most engaging over a long period of time. It's fun, but it doesn't stay fun for that long. It's a bit repetitive. And yeah, there's only so much grinding I want to do, and there's only so much time I've got to grind. I say, assuming I don't want sleep at any stage, which might not get a lot of choice on sometimes, but still. Very cool stuff in the atomic shop at the moment, but expensive as always. That's some bad luck. Fair enough. I got a mod plan and a load of stuff that was quite good. Some, excuse me. Crikey. Some flags and a few bits and pieces that were fun. But not the tenderizer itself, which is the big thing. And at the time, I was just and so starting to get ready to hunt for legendary gear, and I came out with a full set of legendary combat armor. Only 1 star, but step along the way, you know. Yeah, I chucked the meat cleavers quite quickly. See you soon, Sergeant Dylan. Should be back on next week for next set of streams, so I'm back in work this weekend, which, yeah, as always, sucks the big one, but life. Tuesday, hopefully, I think I'll be back on. Possibly Wednesday, we'll see. Depends how dead I am on Tuesday night. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with this Halloween event, though. That should be fun. They haven't given any details really, but put them all again. Yeah, it's something I want to get, but more as a feature than anything else. There's a lot of stuff in there I'd like to get, but you can only spend so much. Yep, same time down here. Yeah, I do try and get on a little bit earlier than this usually, but as to whether or not I actually succeed is an entirely different matter. Theoretically, I want to be starting at about 8 o'clock in the evening, but I never manage it, so such is life. But I'm glad you managed to catch one. If you do want to catch up with any more, then you should be able to find a playlist with all the backdated streams on it, so you can go back and watch it at your leisure if you'd like to, but there's a fair few in there now. Otherwise, sleep well. Got the plushies. Fun, those things. Something I've not got around to picking up, but yeah. They put new stuff into the atomic shop faster than I can afford to buy it, so what can you do? I do want to compare sort of prices in the atomic shop and roughly how much you can get for your money to other games at some point. Not in any major way, but just sort of out of curiosity, you know. But it will be something of a pain to do, so we'll see when I get around to it. Yeah, I remember looking for smalls. They were a bit of a pain. I think they were one of the hardest things to do on that particular set of missions. I'd like some more wallpaper. I need to pick some up at some point. I've not used any yet, but I'll add that to my list at some point. Yeah, I've got a couple of weeks. It's a good idea though, adding wallpaper. Some of them, though, looking much better than the others at the moment. The wood texture looks pretty nice, but some of the others are a bit... yeah, I'm not sold. Not so impressed. But it's only a starting point. I'd imagine they'll be putting a lot more into the game over time. The new actual building materials would be nice. Yes, c.a.m. on PC. All good. Oh yeah, I know the one you mean, down at Camp Adams, is it? I definitely managed to pick the plan up from there. That wasn't too much of a problem. It was some of the ingredients were quite hard to come by, was where I struggled. I forget exactly which ones it was, but there was one that was particularly difficult. Yeah, something on the to-do list. Need to work through the Pioneer Scouts challenges at some point. One character's got an upgraded backpack, and the other one is still rocking the half-size one because I haven't even finished the first set of quests. So that's just a matter of getting around to it and finding somebody to revive me, or somebody to revive at some point. We'll get there eventually, just need to do a few more events really. A few more encrypteds. Don't think I revived anybody in encrypted, so that'll be easy way of doing it. Or during the Scorchbeast Queen event, but Scorched Darth, but that's perhaps not the best one. Alright, well, I've run out of anything to drink and I'm getting to the point where I need the loo, so I think I'm going to bring things to a conclusion around about now. So thank you everybody for joining in this evening and hanging out. It's been fun. A little later than I wanted, but yeah, it's been cool. A few bits done. Hopefully at the beginning of next week sometime, well, middle of next week, we'll get on and tackle Belly of the Beast, the Brotherhood of Steel quest that's up next main storyline quest, and make a run at the Glassed Cavern, because I've got plenty of stim packs now, plenty of fusion cores, so should be ready to tackle that one. There's a couple of Scorchbeasts along the way as well, so like 3 Scorchbeasts I think, at least during that quest, maybe 4. So need plenty of healing and ammo for that one. But that will either be Tuesday or Wednesday. My guess will probably be Wednesday because I suspect I'll be dead on my feet by Tuesday night. But yeah, I'm at work in the meantime, so yeah, glad you can make it, dude. So yeah, do watch out for that. Hopefully I should be able to get a video up probably tomorrow night, I'm hoping. Maybe on Saturday, we'll see. I've got getting a new computer as of Saturday, which would be nice. Hopefully get some decent frame rates and be able to play some new games as well. But that's going to mean I'm out of commission over the weekend as well, so I'll have to see how that affects video making. Either way, social media links down below as always if you'd like to do all that good stuff. Please do hit likes, subs, etc, etc. It's always very, very appreciated and very, very helpful. And yeah, look forward to seeing you guys next week. Thanks for dropping in. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves and enjoy your weekend. See you next week.